Hey there friends, Nibs again, out here in the garage tonight, doing a little bit of goofing around. Wanted to do a video for you guys on a cool new product that was sent over to us to take a look at by Terry over at Buck Rail. Um, I've already taken it out of the box and mounted it up on one of my rifles, but this thing will actually mount up on several different guns. It comes nicely packaged in a nice little box with a bunch of different adapters. So this has a bunch of different, it's a PRS style stock. And here it is already mounted up on my 1322 build. Almost all Buck Rail stuff here, Buck Rail adapter up front, Buck Rail silencer, pump grip, pumper, I guess he calls that. Buck Rail hand grips, Buck Rail scope mounts. The only thing that's not Buck Rail on here, I think, is the, well, other than the Crossman parts themselves, is the grav mag here, which unfortunately I can't get anymore right now because the owner of that company passed away. And I have a Bear Creek Arsenal red dot on here. But what we're going to talk about is this really cool new stock. So I did have Terry's collapsible stock on there before, which I really like, but I think I like this a little bit better. You can still, this is absolutely easy to remove, so you can still do a kind of a takedown and put this into a backpack or something, and you could still shoot this as a pistol. I do like to do that, but this just slides onto the rear-facing pick rail mount. Has adjustable cheek riser. I got it raised up a little bit there. Adjustable length of pull. And also you can adjust this butt plate up and down a little bit to give you your proper alignment on your shoulder. So really neat, very interesting design here. Terry does have a a video that actually shows some of the different features that he has on here, but he has included a couple different pieces here. So let me set the gun back down again, and then we'll talk about those real quick. So that this clamp here that clamps onto the rear-facing pick rail, you can take that off with a 5mm wrench. Right here, you have to take the cheek riser off, and then you can get down into the well there and take this pick mount adapter off. And then once you get that off, there's a few other options. So he has included these two threaded adapters that can go into various air guns. So I think the bigger one is a standard AR size tube threaded adapter, which he's used a lot on some of his other stuff. One of them is his no-toast grip adapter. So you'd thread this piece out here, and then one of these plastic adapters would go in place of that. And again, he has shown this very well on his, so I'm not going to go into that whole thing, but he's included two different nuts for different size guns, and then he has some adapter plates that would screw on to go on the gun. So these go around that bolt that's holding that pick rail adapter on right now, and then once you screw these into the gun, then you bolt this onto the back of the gun, and now you have that PRS style. So I think this one was the one you'd use for the no-toast, and then he mentioned the Air Venturi Avenger, which I do have, so maybe we'll try the stock on those two guns in the future. But he does include all of the wrenches you'll need to do that, including the big 5mm with a nice round ball on the end of it. And he has come up with this special tool here, 3D printed tool that locks into these threaded inserts so that you can screw that in and get it in far enough, because you want to have this slightly below flush with the back of the gun so that the thing will mount up and seat up properly. And he includes his Buck Rail stickers. I like stickers. But that is pretty cool. He has sent this over to me, and we're going to take a couple shots with it. And like I said, this is my 1377 build. This could also, directly like this, could mount up on, I have my 2240 build here, and that would slide right off of there, and then this would slide right onto that as well. So I do like it's got that hook there, so I can hang it up here like I have my other ones hung up, and keep them at the ready. So let's go ahead and get some 22 caliber pellets out here, and we'll do a little bit of shooting. I have the grab, like I said, I have the grab mag on here, so we can load up 5 pellets. We might do a couple of magfuls here, just have some fun and waste some time. But this is the 5-shot grab mag. I also have the 5-shot grab mag would have been for a plastic receiver style. He did have a compact one as well that would go on the also be a 5-shot for the metal, or you could get a 9-shot, I believe it was, for the metal. I have all of those. Unfortunately, like I said, you can't get those anymore, so let's just see if this changed our point of impact at all. First of all, I've got a little splatter burst there. All right, a little high, but I don't know that that's anything to do with the stock or... All right, let's see here. I do love tinkering with these guns. It's like Legos for adults, I like to say. So let's see, we need to go down a little bit. Hopefully that's not too much. There we go. All right, let's finish out the couple. So I like the grab mag. You can actually top this off as you're going to. So it's unfortunate that nobody's really picked up on this this design and ran with it. All right, I think those all went into the one ragged hole. So let's go ahead and top it back off again. We'll plink a couple of silhouettes. I got a paintball there as well. So these are these ones are JSB Hades, 15.89 grain, 22 calibers. All right, so we got 5 shots and 5 targets. You think I can get it done? I do like the look of that, though. That's really, really nice. All right, so let's hit the ram first. Oh, I flinched up above it and I knocked my paintball down too. So stand by, let me fix that, and we'll hopefully finish off here. All right. So like I said, the simplicity of this is you can pop another round in right on top, and now we've got 5 rounds again. Another thing I've done to this gun is I actually have replaced the whole trigger mechanism with a Crosman 1701P trigger mechanism, which is an absolutely phenomenal trigger. Just ounces pull instead of pounds. All right, here we go with the ram again. There we go, that's better. I still have another 1701P mechanism up here. I intend to put it on my 2240 if I ever get around to it. But Terry has actually came out with his own Crossman grip frame, which allows you to use AR style grips on there. And that has really changed the geometry of the trigger using the old 2240 or 1701P parts, and but really nice feeling trigger. All right, let's see if I can hit that paintball. Oh yeah, look at that splatter, nice. All right. That was a good hit. All right, the pig. This is a fun gun. You just imagine what you can do with a bunch of 3D printed parts. Just pretty awesome. All right, let's hit the chicken. Oh, again, I went above it. All right, we'll have to. There it is. Oh, I knocked the turkey down. I guess I don't need another pellet. But anyway, there you go. That is pretty cool. Like I said, the threaded adapters that he sent over. What else do I have up here that I know I have a couple other guns that'll work on over here. So my air venture, let's hold on. Pretty certain that would also fit in. This is my Umrex Origin, one of my very first PCPs. Probably, I think maybe my second PCP I ever got. Still an awesome gun. This one's in 25 caliber, but I just thread this nut out and put one of those inserts in there, and then that stock could go on here just as easy as could be. But really cool stuff. Thanks, Terry, for sending this over for us to take a look at. We'll be trying it on some other stuff down the road, but that one's my fun gun for plinking in the garage here, so I figured I'd throw it on there to show it off. Hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.